Hey guys, good morning from the Philippines. I thought I'd tackle a topic today about cheating in the Philippines and how it will affect you. It's going to bleed over a little bit into online dating because that's where it starts. That's where they're looking for you. You'll hear from Filipina vloggers that they cheat or Filipinas cheat because their husbands are lazy, they don't want to work, they're not providing for the family, and they're looking for us, American, Westerner, foreigner, to help them. Chances are that lazy Filipino husband is sitting right next to them while they are messaging you online or having a video call. It happens. What you need to understand here in the Philippines, cheating for Filipinas and Filipinos, it's a national pastime. Everybody does it. They're just looking for an excuse, and in most cases, don't even need an excuse. Let me give you an example. The Filipino will say, my husband is lazy, he doesn't want to work, he doesn't want to look for a job. There's the telltale right there. My husband. If you don't know already and you're looking to come to the Philippines to start a relationship with a Filipina, please, please avoid married and separated Filipinas. Divorce is illegal in the Philippines. You can't get a divorce once you've been married. You can get an annulment, but the average Filipino can't afford an annulment. I mean, it's upwards of 5,000 US for an annulment. And you have to have all kinds of reasons to get an annulment. So if you're communicating with a married Filipina or a Filipina who says she's separated, run. That's just going to be nothing but problems. If you come over to the Philippines and you think you're going to meet this married or separated Filipina because she's been separated from her husband now for 5, 8, 10 years, think again. That is illegal. Adultery is a chargeable crime. So if you don't get charged with adultery in the Philippines, and the husband finds out, the family finds out, the friends find out, you're going to be approached and they're going to say, well, if you don't want me to go to the barangay captain and put charges on you, pay me $10,000. Really, guys? All because you want to meet a married or separated, which means still married, Filipina? Filipinas that are safe are single moms, single women, women who are widowed. They no longer have a husband. Unfortunately, he died in an accident, which is very common here. Okay, so avoid the married, the separated Filipinas. It's going to it will save you a lot of heartache. It seriously will, and it's going to save you a lot of cash because somewhere someone is going to say, wait, he's with her, but she's still married to him. Another thing I've heard online is if you and the married Filipina, separated Filipina, are serious about each other, then you should go and find the husband and talk to him because chances are he already has another family. That happens here. He will leave, they'll separate. He goes and starts another family, has children with this other Filipina. She will leave and start a family with another Filipino. That is normal here. But for them, not for us. For us, it's a totally different set of laws. And yes, they can get charged with adultery, but it doesn't happen as often as you would think. But let one of us do it, oh my God. You're leaving the country or you're getting blacklisted and getting booted from the country, never to come back. So again, think about that. The online dating sites are full of married women. They will tell you in their profiles, they will tell you face to face. If you're video chatting, they will tell you through text messages that they are single. One way you can find out is called a CINAMAR. It's a certificate of no marriage. If you ask a Filipina for a CINAMAR and she, she can't give you one, walk away. Walk away, guys, she's married. And again, chances are the husband is sitting right there in full agreement to see how much you'll send them. Okay? $10 here is a lot of money. $20 is a lot of money. $100, oh my God, you've just made their month. So again, be very, very careful. One thing I will mention, and I'm not promoting in any way, or, they are not promoting me in any way. There is one dating site out there that I know of, and I used personally, is Christian Filipina. I used numerous dating sites prior to moving to the Philippines. I planned for 2.5, almost 3 years before coming here. And I had read and seen a lot online about having someone here that would help you with the language, that would help you get around, learn things. And I was fortunate and blessed enough to meet that Filipina. But you have to kiss a lot of Filipina frogs before you find that one. Okay, so Christian Filipina, and the reason behind that dating site is they have this service that if you are interested in a Filipina and she says she's interested in you and you are the only man she is talking to, you can just write down her ID number, give Christian Filipina a call, and say, I'm interested in this woman. She tells me I am the only man she is communicating with. You give them her ID number and they will check. Do you know how many times I did that and found out from the Filipina on the phone on the other side would tell me, Richard, she's chatting with someone right now. I'm like, wait, what? She told me I was the only one. Don't believe that guy. Due diligence. You need to make sure. CINAMAR, that's one of the big things. If she can produce a CINAMAR, a certificate of no marriage, even if she's a single mom, it doesn't mean that she was married. Single moms can produce certificates of no marriage. I will touch on single moms. I will tell you that they have a lot to prove. They're wonderful. They have huge, big hearts. They're caring. They're loving. They just want to show that they have value. Because here in the Philippines, a single mom is basically a throwaway woman. She's already had children, and the culture here is she's a single mom. She's already had kids from another man. I'm not paying for those kids. I'm not feeding those kids. And Filipino men will date them just to have sex with them, but there is no lasting relationship because they're not raising another man's children. That's just how it is here. And in the United States, it's like that too, but to a lesser degree. Now let's touch again on why Filipinas cheat. Because they can. It's a national pastime here, guys. They will say their boyfriends are lazy, their husbands are lazy, they won't look for a job. But you have to ask yourself, what are they doing to bring in income into the household? Are they looking for a job? Chances are no, they want the man to do it. Now the man, unlike in the United States where you have umpteen social programs that will give you an EBT card and do all kinds of things for you and help you pay your rent and your utilities, you don't have that here. If you can't find a job, and for the most part in the city and even in the provinces, it is super hard for a man to find a job. All the jobs are already taken. How many times are you going to go to the same factory, to the same processing plant, to the same business, and find out there's no jobs? So just like in the United States, they get bummed out. They're like, what the hell? What am I doing? I was just there yesterday. Why am I going to go there again today? What about the business down the road? Same thing. It is tough here, guys. It's not like the United States. There are no social welfare programs here waiting to bail them out because they can't find a job. So think about that. They go and hang out with their friends. Somebody has a few bottles of beer, somebody has a bottle of alcohol. They start drinking, they start hanging out, and pretty soon, like in the United States, it becomes more of a kind of hanging out and sharing your problems with somebody who is going to listen because they're going through the same thing. Filipinas don't understand that. They just see that the man is laying around the house. Well, he's laying around the house because he's friggin' depressed. He can't find a job. He has a family. He has children he needs to provide for. Happens to us, happens to them. So we need to think about that. Again, the Filipina is home. She's taking care of the kids. She's cleaned the house. What has she got to do? She's bored. So how does she relieve her boredom? Social media, dating sites. She wants to put herself out there and see if other men find her beautiful, find her pretty, find her cute. Is somebody else interested in her? Because guys, they will jump ship just as fast as a Filipino man will. And when they say that Filipinos men are lazy, no, they're not. What I have seen is they are some of the hardest working men I've ever seen. I mean, where do you know, well, besides the US and Mexican laborers, where do you know somebody is going to go work in a rice field all day long in the hot sun for maybe a couple of hundred pesos a day? That's not a lot of money, guys, but they do it every morning. They get up, they go work in that rice field, they go harvest coconuts, and if you've seen some of the trees here, my God, they're like 40, 50, 60 feet tall. No safety equipment. They just shimmy up that tree, and start knocking down coconuts. But there are only so many jobs to go around. This is a country of 110 million plus people. So it's hard. Life here is hard. But I have not seen one Filipino man who complains about it. They don't complain. They're happy just to be alive. You know what makes a Filipino happy? Eating 3 times a day. Can you say that about yourself in your country? That makes you happy? Nope. Wi-Fi makes you happy. ESPN makes you happy. Being able to hang out with your friends and have a beer, a cigar, makes you happy. That would make them happy too if they lived in a country like ours. They don't. They have to do with what they have. And the happiness that I see, the joyousness that I see of them just being alive is amazing. It makes my heart almost explode on a daily basis when you see how hard these men work here to eke out a living for their families. And yes, you have the ones that have fallen on hard times. They are between jobs, but happens to us, happened to me. So it's normal. It's a world thing, not a Filipino thing. Filipino men are not lazy. Okay, you can't find a job, you get depressed. You see that your kids are hungry, you get depressed. I'm just surprised that they're not offing themselves at the rate that we do in our country. God bless them. So there are numerous reasons why Filipinos cheat, why Filipinas cheat. One of the reasons, it's easy. When you get here, you will see umpteen beautiful Filipino women everywhere you go. Go to the Palenque, the outdoor market. Go to Prince Hypermart, where we shop for groceries. Everywhere you go, you are going to see beautiful women, and you are going to see them giving you the eyeballs. Okay, they see a foreigner, they're interested. And here in this country, Filipinos don't say, oh, I want a man like him, and look for a man with your attributes. They say, I want that man. Okay, and they will do everything in their power if they are interested in you to pull you away from the woman you are with. So be very careful, guys. cheating here is a natural national pastime. And I should say it's almost natural for them to do it because it's so easy. Filipino men see these beautiful young women everywhere. And yes, these beautiful young women are more than willing because they're just looking for someone to pay attention to them, to show them a good time, to tell them they're beautiful. They know they're beautiful, but just like women in our country, they want someone to tell them. They want someone to affirm that fact. And if it's a foreigner, even better, because they think we're all rich. They think that because you can afford a plane ticket to come here, you're rich. Everyone thinks that. So again, be careful, guys. Do your due diligence. If you're speaking with a Filipina, Cinnamar, okay? She says she's single. Excuse me. Prove it. Prove to me you're single. Are you interested enough in me to show me that you're single? A Cinnamar here is very easy to get. You know, it's given by the government. It shows proof that they have never been married. Okay, if you come over here and she's married, you're going to get into all kinds of trouble. Seriously, stay away from married women. Stay away from separated women. I can't say that enough because you will get into trouble here. So again, guys, God bless. Take care. Have a safe day. If you're planning on coming to the Philippines, think about these things. Do your research. Question the Filipino you're talking to. And like I say, I'm not promoting, but Christian Filipina is the only dating site I know of that will check on the woman for you. So if you want to go that route, if you want to be safe, if you want to keep yourself safe, please check it out. Do your due diligence.